This might be just your conversation today. Are you struggling in any area of your life? Of course you are, at least at some point, right? Maybe you're at a good point right now, maybe not. Most people are not. I want to talk about that because it fascinates me. Of course, I experience it myself. There's highs and lows, especially as an entrepreneur, and I'm going to address that. What is holding us back from going into these spaces that are available for everyone of abundance, of success, of course, with challenges, but anything in life is going to do that, right? You're going to experience challenges no matter what. What holds us back from going after the things that could truly be life-changing, so satisfying, so exhilarating? Because I think you might be getting a high off of something that's going on in your life right now. I want to talk about it. Is this you? I actually have a quiz for you, a free quiz to find out if you're holding back, if your mind over money is causing you to, let's just say, self-sabotage in ways, including relationships, higher paying jobs, just about anything. Well, let me explain here in just a moment. Welcome to digitalexplorers.net. I didn't get .com. Somebody took it, all right? So let's talk about this issue of not achieving your goals. What are they? Do you even know what they are? When I teach my Digital Explorer students how to create something first, we don't even talk about money. We talk about what you really want to do. Do you know what that is? If I sat you down and said, okay, I'll give you any kind of lifestyle, and I'm not talking about just sitting on your duff and eating bonbons on the beach. I mean, if you worked for something and you had to spend, considerable amount of time doing it, what would it be? I'll bet you, the majority of you couldn't answer that question. Can you right now? What is it? And you'd say, yeah, well, wait a second. If I had to pick, well, maybe it's now. Well, that is a big dilemma. Why? Well, we're conditioned not to go after the things that we love. We're conditioned to go after things for survival. All right. Herein lies the problem. So then when we go after survival, we end up just surviving, and it's not very satisfying. What happens then? We get ourselves in positions where we're not motivated. We're not passionate about the things we're doing. And then we become very dissatisfied, sometimes very depressed, because when you don't have purpose or passion in your life, what's it all for, right? For money? And then you realize buying stuff's not going to change this feeling that you have. So I'm going to ask you a question right now because this is fascinating. Actually, it's fascinating based on real facts. Are you staying in a position that challenges you, that keeps you stressed out because you get a high off of it? And you're probably thinking, no way, I hate feeling this way. I hate feeling anxiety, but there's something about it that might give you that excitement in life. It actually replaces the dull situation you're in with the job or the relationship or whatever it is. Maybe when it gets shook up, it's exciting. People in relationships do that all the time. They fight and then they make up, and they're addicted to that. Is that you? Are you addicted to maybe staying in positions and then maybe you go back into another position that's not so great and you find yourself in this pattern? And you want certain things. You want to be an entrepreneur. A lot of you are on my channel because you are entrepreneurial. You want to learn how to do and be that. And I can teach you. But then I see this self-sabotage. Oh no, you don't want to invest in yourself, or I can't do that. And so you self-sabotage your potential because entrepreneurs don't think that way. And there's a part of you that gets high off of the controversy, the conflict, staying in that space because you're used to it. It's an addiction. And I want to help you rewire that. Why? Because I'm on a mission to help people become absolutely what they want to be, to fulfill their lives and purposes here. And it isn't about money, because if you're banking on that, you're going to be waiting a very long time. Why? Because it's difficult to be an entrepreneur. But if you're doing what you love, you can absolutely succeed. And we can show you how in a way that's realistic. None of these pipe dreams, which you're chasing out there. I'm going to chase that high, money online. And it doesn't work. 90% of all businesses in the first 4 months go down. Why? They're chasing something unrealistic. They're not learning the right skills. They are not doing the 5 steps. If you've seen my 5 pillars to success online, all of my companies have been profitable. I've hit 6 figures just in my most recent company in my first year. That's unheard of. Unheard of. That's less than 10%. Why? Because I stick to the rules. I put 100% in, but here's the thing. I love what I do. And that's my main focus. And so we have to find that for you to get you away from this addiction to struggle. Because I guarantee you, if you go after what you love, you'll find some struggle there too, because you never get out of it. Wouldn't it feel good though? Because you're struggling in a way that's like, okay, I'm not getting enough clients, or, I have to adjust my courses, or, things go wrong all the time. But you're so enthused because you're passionate about what you're doing, instead of struggling and being addicted to the feeling bad, feeling bad. I know my mom told me that she came from a very dysfunctional household. There was her father was had some issues, mental issues, so he would be high, off of life, yee, and then next week he'd be down and depressed, and there was this thing going, a bipolar. They call it bipolar now. Well, she was used to that up and down, so she chose a really stable guy, my dad, real sweet person. And we had a wonderful family. My brother and I were in a stable household. There was no fighting, no craziness going on. But my mother would pick on my dad sometimes for no reason. And she finally went and saw a psychologist. And she actually shared this with me later on. The psychologist told her she's so programmed to deal with chaos that she was addicted to it, even though it was bad, even though it didn't feel good, and it wasn't what she wanted. He said she was so wired to create chaos because she knew it. Is that you? Do you want to get out of it? So I have a free quiz for you. Do you want to find what archetype you are? Now, it's a little bit business oriented, but if you're entrepreneurial, you're going to want to take this. And if you don't have to have a business or anything, but it'll tell you what kind of mindset you have over money. All right? And we want to master that. So when you find out your archetype, then you go into a free masterclass where we break it down. And I talk about each of these phases and some things you can do. I actually give you exercises right in the free masterclass where you can start working on it now. And then, of course, I have courses on how you can create your own online business. And we go through self-discovery, because I just don't take you into creating businesses. Let's do that. I say, we have to find out who you are, what you love, and let's create something around that. And we take you on a journey of self-discovery and purpose. Digital Explorers is purpose, power-driven. It is passion. It's profits, purpose, positive impact on the world. We have to serve others, because if you don't have purpose in your life, if you're not serving a purpose, then what do you have? It becomes very depressing and you become very alone. And so what we want to do is know that we're making an impact on this planet, and that feels really great. And when you get that positive feedback, it fuels you to be even better and bigger, and you can actually earn money doing that. And why spiritual people block that? We're so programmed because it keeps us broke. It keeps us broke and powerless. I'm telling you that you could be flourishing, feeling good. And if you have those triggers that take you back into struggle, we'll deal with them. You'll know how to deal with them, because once you cross this road with me, you're never going to want to go back. I told my Digital Explorers student, I said, you're done now. You can never go back. Now you know what you can be, and you've opened that door. You can never go back to the self-sabotage or doing the things, and they know that. I even have mindset classes right in the training. But let's start with the quiz. Let's do the master class and see where you want to take this. Can you move past it? Yeah. Can you do it pretty quickly? Yeah. You have to want it. But you have to know how to rewire your brain, because you'll go right back to it. You'll get all excited about something, and then you find yourself doing the same things, not investing in yourself. Maybe there's something that's going to change your life, or not going after that job. Oh, I'll never get it. I'm not qualified. Or that relationship. It could be anything. I want to be there for you. I can help you. I've done crazy stuff my whole life that I go after things that are impossible and I get them. We'll talk more about that. So if you want your free quiz, if you sign up for it, it actually takes you immediately into the quiz. You get your results in an email, and then in the email, you get access to the free masterclass. Are you ready for this? Because we're going into a beautiful new era that is just loaded with opportunities. And they're there for you. It doesn't matter. You don't have to have any qualifications except for one. You got to want it. You got to go for it. And you got to get rid of the things that stop you that you've created. I'll see you in the next video.